Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Nichole Berlie at our NewsNation headquarters in Chicago. And we begin today with new details on the dangerous Idaho inmate and his armed accomplice who police say carried out a violent ambush, escape, and urgent manhunt. Aryan Knight gang members Skylar Mead and Nicholas Umpenhauer were captured yesterday afternoon about 130 miles from the dramatic prison break that left 3 corrections officers with gunshot wounds at a Boise hospital. After the planned ambush and escape, 2 people were killed. Right now, investigators are looking into how those deaths could be connected. One of the gang members is expected in court just hours from now. We're also learning more about the gang they are connected to. Alex Capriello, live for us there in Boise. So, Alex, what do we know about where these 2 gang members were during their 36 hours on the run?
Yeah, all the information we've been able to compile came from the police chief yesterday, within an hour of them actually being captured, about 2 hours southeast of where I'm currently standing in Boise, Idaho. We made a map so our viewers can get a good idea of just how far these guys traveled with their 36-plus hours on the run. So let's take a look first. Point 1, that's Boise, Idaho. That's where that initial hospital ambush occurred and those 3 correctional officers were shot. Then point 2 and point 3, those are the scenes of 2 separate homicides in Nez Perce and Clearwater counties. It's not clear at this exact moment whether or not these 2 men are involved in those homicides, but we can tell you that a set of handcuffs was actually found at the scene of the crime on one of those. So that's a very good indication for police that they might be involved. Their getaway car found in Leland, Idaho, but then they somehow made their way back south again. That's point 5. That's Twin Falls, Idaho, about 2 hours from where I'm standing. That's where they will be arraigned later today, 1 o'clock local time.
Alex, is there any update on the status of those corrections officers who were injured?
Yeah, good news there, Nichole, is that one of those officers has been discharged from the hospital. The other 2 are still hospitalized, but we're told that they're in stable condition, so that's improvements being made there. When news got out that the 2 suspects had been captured, the director for the Department of Corrections says that was a huge relief. It felt as if their spirits were lifted inside that hospital. So obviously we're waiting on more news to come down. We are waiting on more news on whether or not these 2 correctional officers will be discharged, but we're hoping for more updates from BPD later today. Nichole.
All right, thanks, Alex. Well, it is no secret America's prison system is riddled with gangs. Idaho is no exception. Authorities say both men belong to the Aryan Knights. It's a ruthless white supremacist gang that operates as an organized crime group both inside and outside Idaho's prison system. Members sport the initials AK, the number 111, and the area code 208 as tattoos. They generate revenue through drug trafficking, extortion, and gambling. Former Police Lieutenant Randy Sutton joins me live again today. He is also the founder of the Wounded Blue organization. Lieutenant, thank you so much for being with us again. First, just specifically talk about the Aryan Knights and, when and how did this gang form?
Well, this gang formed in about the early 90s. I think 1991 is what the official documents say. It formed as a prison gang, as many of these violent gangs do. It also, has an ideology of white supremacy. The gang itself intimidated inmates in the prison system. Now, this was specific to Idaho, which is interesting. It began in the Idaho prison correctional system, and apparently is pretty much isolated to that system itself. But like other, organized crime gangs, once these individuals are released, they don't stop their crime. They don't stop their organization. It just continues and gets larger from the outside as well. In fact, they have members who were never incarcerated, but joined the gang because of the ideology and because it's a profit center for them. They estimate that the membership is about 100 people, which by standards, if you look at the largest white supremacist prison gang, which would be the Aryan Brotherhood, it kind of dwarfs it. that the Aryan Brotherhood, is very, very large throughout the entire United States prison system. But very often, a smaller gang like this, a smaller organization, would align with other groups as well to continue their ideology as well as protection for each other as well. So, but a couple of years ago, the hierarchy of the gang was imprisoned for under the RICO statute, the racketeering and influence statute. And so they lost a big part of their organization just a couple of years ago. And they're back. I know this is shocking. They're back in prison, where I'm sure they're doing exactly what they do anyway.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.